Have you ever had a dream that seemed to come true? It might have been a coincidence, sure, but could there have been more to it than you thought? On the night of March 14th, 44 BC, Calpurnia, the wife of the Roman Emperor Julius Caesar, had a terrifying dream. Some sources claim that she dreamed of the collapse of Caesar's house, while others record that she was awoken by the image of her husband dying in her arms. Whatever the dream was, it shook Calpurnia so badly that she begged Caesar not to go to the Senate the following day. He ignored her, however, instead choosing to meet a group of his former allies, who promptly stabbed him to death.
Et tu, Brute!
The episode is one of the most famous examples of a precognitive dream in antiquity. But the experience of having dreams that seem to predict the future isn't just the reserve of historical figures or works of fiction. In fact, in her study, Precognitive Dreaming, Investigating Anomalous Cognition and Psychological Factors, published in the Journal of Parapsychology, Caroline Watt notes that 67% of 1,500 surveyed Americans had previously recorded some kind of psychic experience. Another study on 1,000 subjects in the UK found that about 33% had experienced precognition. A third study found that 60% of apparent precognition had come in the form of a dream. Being given an important message about the future in the form of a symbolic dream would typically be considered a supernatural occurrence that physical laws cannot explain. However, rather than write the phenomenon off, some experts have put forward explanations as to why so many of us seem to see the future in our dreams. Most modern societies are taught to think about time in a linear manner. One event leads on to the next. Each moment passes, and the past is lost forever. However, this has not always been the case. Many ancient cultures saw time as cyclical, akin to the cycle of nature through the seasons.
We're sentients just cycling through our lives like carts on a track.
Over the last century, physics has made such advances in the wake of Albert Einstein's theory of relativity that causality itself has been refuted as the governing order underpinning the universe. Some physicists now claim that the feeling that time flows is actually an illusion, and that it constitutes the fourth dimension of a universe that humans experience in only three.
Great Scott!
Some take these developments in physics as evidence that nonlinear experiences of time are therefore possible, and that when we experience precognitive dreams, we are indeed peering into the future through some altered experience of time itself. However, thus far, there is no definitive proof that the anecdotal experiences of dreamers are reflections of the true nature of time. The experience of precognition in dreams does not necessarily have to be explained through such high-flown concepts as quantum mechanics, nor as an unexplainable paranormal phenomenon. As we all know, dreams are often charged with bizarre images and symbols, wild animals, impossible events, and so on. They're weird, basically. Psychoanalysts such as Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung established the idea that such dream images are reflections of our subconscious minds, reflecting our innermost drives, fears, and desires. Jung in particular believed that many images are inherited as archetypes that are hardwired into our psyches down the generations. However, it is also true that much of the material that emerges during dreaming comes from our waking lives, interactions with the people we meet, things we do, and places we go. It may be that, as we dream, our subconscious processes recent events and expresses them as dreams, particularly if the subject is something we are preoccupied with. Such dreaming, therefore, may come as a warning from our subconscious selves about possible future scenarios. When such events come to pass, we seem to have uncannily predicted the future. It is important to note that despite a wealth of anecdotal evidence, there has been no documented scientific proof of the existence of precognitive dreams. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and as we have no technology that allows outside observers to record the information that dreamers engage with during REM sleep, there is no sure way to validate claims of precognitive dreams. The skeptic's explanation of precognitive dreams is that such experiences are nothing more than a coincidence. Experts believe it is highly likely that everyone dreams, and everyone who sleeps deeply experiences REM. Those who believe they don't dream are more likely to have lower recall, perhaps resulting from a sleep disorder. Essentially, they simply can't remember their dreams. It is believed that humans can experience up to 6 dreams per night of sleep, though the vast majority of our dreams are quickly forgotten as the subconscious mind moves on to other subjects and scenarios. It may be that we dream so often and about so many things that we are bound to dream about something that we later believed resonated with an event that came after. The average human experiences thousands of dreams during the course of their life, so it is highly likely that one or two might appear to predict the future.